Alright, welcome to this lesson. This is the master spreadsheet template that you'll be using throughout the running of your business to keep things organized. So go ahead and click the link below and you can download your copy of this template. When you come to the page, just simply go to File and make a copy and save it to your own drive. Alright, and I'll just walk you through the things here. So it's kind of organized top to bottom from what you'll need first to what you'll need last. So first is your niche research stuff, our recommended resources, using a VPN to put yourself in different places to do your research, and researching keywords for product categories with KWFinder. Alright, and then your business and banking resources, I recommend using Inkfile, and there's a link there, traveling mailbox. Your EIN number can go there, business checking, business credit card, sales permit, and your accountant CPA. Alright, and then your domain will go here, and your Shopify store link will go here, G Suite will go here, Grasshopper, your Shoptimized login for your license, for your theme, the Klaviyo account, your Klarna account, Lucky Orange account, AfterShip, Norton Shopping Guarantee. Actually, I don't think Norton Shopping Guarantee is available anymore. So Buy Safe Guarantee. Just call it Shopping Guarantee. Then you're right. Clear Sale, Trust Guard, Shopper Approved, and OmniStar for affiliate programs, Clyde. And then all your social media can go here: Facebook page, YouTube, Pinterest, and Buffer, marketing, analytics, Search Console, Merchant Center, and AdWords. I think it's just called Ads now, not AdWords. They changed it. Marketplaces like eBay, Houzz, and Amazon. Outsourcing to freelancers, Fiverr, and then team building with online jobs, Workplace by Facebook. Sales funnel builder, I recommend is Shopify, and third-party freight broker, Freight Club. All right, so that's most of the things you'll need, and as you get more things, you just categorize them and enter your own lines. Obviously, the account name, the URL, login, password, account number, user ID, and how much it costs on a monthly basis. If you enter figures into this row, it will automatically add up in the top here, so you get your average monthly stuff. And if you need to go down further, you can just like change this number to 100 or something like that. Alright, next tab over is your business info. This is what suppliers are going to ask for when you fill out account apps and things like that. So filling it out here will make it easier for you to copy and paste into dealer applications when you fill them out. Your launch checklist is here. This is pretty much everything you need to do just to launch, and maybe a few things you don't necessarily need to launch but still are good to have. Okay, so you kind of like just step by step. Links to the lessons are here, task name, resource link, and the average cost, and you can enter your own notes there. All right, and then your competitor research stuff goes here. So you enter the niche you're researching, and then your competitor goes here. Enter all their categories, subcategories, price, search volume, whether they're trending or not, seasonality. All the stuff you did in the previous module will go in here. Most important things, of course, are the categories and the suppliers. All right, and then in this tab, it's the domain names, and I'll show you how to use this later on when we choose our domain name, but for now you can just get an idea of how many different domain name ideas there are available. All right, and then enter your category information here. This is the planning out for your website. Across the top, it's going to be what you enter for your types and tags and products, the actual collection link, having the demo products added by the Fiverr gig, if you choose to do that, and creating the menu, adding it to the mega menu, creating the free gift, collection buying guide, that kind of stuff. All right, enter your potential suppliers here. Find their email, phone, website, enter the notes, first contact result, second contact result, notes. Your approved suppliers will go here, and all their information, the price sheet, map price and UPC sheet, inventory sheet, return policy, all that stuff. And then your supplier onboarding tab is here. This is where you'll go through every single step of the way for the onboarding process. Your keywords are here. This is what we'll target in the as negative keywords in the shopping campaigns, as positive keywords in the search text campaigns. Okay, and then this is actually creating the campaigns, optimizing the products, social media posts, email marketing, content marketing, sales videos, adding them to marketplaces. You can keep track of customer service here if you want, and have a CRM right here if you want as well for follow-up. So it's up to you whether you use that. The more you're organized with your business, the better. So get used to using this or something like this, and you'll do much better. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson. Alright guys, welcome to this lesson on choosing your domain name. So in this lesson we're going to go over a few different options and see what's available. So I've already filled in my competitor research tab, and I'm taking what I did from the niche research module, and I'm going to choose the electric bike niche. So this is the research that I've done. I noticed that a lot of the stores are labeled electric bikes or something regarding e-bikes. So what I decided to do was just choose electric bike as the main keyword. And I looked it up on KWFinder, and electric bike ranks better than e-bike, so I'm going to go ahead and use that one. So if your niche has different domain or different keywords, just choose the one with the more search volume. Okay. All right. So the first one I filled in was electric bike, and this is the keyword first and singular. So just copy and drag it down so it's in all of them. Next one is keyword is first and it's plural, so you would make it plural. Keyword last in plural. And the rest of them are for affiliate content sites. We'll get to this later. Right now we're just going to focus on doing e-commerce. So let's go ahead and do this. And there's a link in the lesson below, and it's to pull up GoDaddy. And the cool thing about this is that it actually gives you a $4.99 coupon. So instead of spending $15 to get your domain, you can get it for $4.99. And apparently sometimes they'll actually give it to you for 99 cents. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, you can get your domain name here. But what I want to show you first is how to research multiple domains at once, which is using their bulk domain search tool. So just go to the menu, search for bulk domain. Once you've copied all those, just paste them in here. And get the other ones. Put them in there as well. All right, so now you're good to go. And let's see which ones are available. Alright, so there's a short list available, and there's a lot that are unavailable out of those, which is fine. So out of this list, I'll choose one, and it doesn't have to be the best in the world, but it should just be something good enough. Electric bikes now would be good. So unselect all, and let's see. Electric bikes now is decent, so check it for now. Electric bike reserve is decent. Modern electric bikes, a little bit long. Electric bike, shop direct. It's not bad. Usually 3 words is good though. Electric bike share, electric bike access, electric bike cash solution. Maybe electricbikesnow.com is good. That's short and easy to remember. So I'll go ahead and buy that domain. Hopefully it works out. Alright, so just check out, buy your domain, and you are good to go. And as soon as you've purchased your domain, you can go ahead and put it right here in the URL box. And the link, by the way, also is right here in your accounts tab to buy the domain. So go ahead and take care of that, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Alright guys, welcome to this lesson, and in this lesson we're going to set up the Shopify store. So first steps first, click on the link in the master sheet under accounts. This is ecommerceparadise.com/Shopify. Alright, so that should bring up this link here, shopify.com, and you'll get a free 14-day trial of Shopify. Alright guys, now that we're into the Shopify store, it's a pretty easy setup from here. You've already seen all the lessons on the Shopify basics, so you kind of understand where everything's at, which is really important. First thing we need to do is just go to settings and change a few things around. So under settings, first thing you'll do is look at general. You want to make sure that your store name looks proper, that your store contact email is your personal contact email for now. You'll be changing that to your business email later. And that the legal name of your business is entered here, as well as your phone number and your address. Okay. Just make sure all that's correct first. And then you can go to payment providers. And Shopify allows you to use their Shopify payment settings, as well as PayPal and Amazon and a few other payment providers. So let's see here. There we go. Okay, so all you have to do to activate it is click Activate Shopify Payments. It's going to ask you a few questions, and then you'll be able to enter all of your information. And once that information is entered here, just hit Complete Account Setup, and then it will do a upfront setup for you, and then they'll contact you if they need more information. Okay, and then PayPal Express is here. You can just activate it and follow the instructions for setting up PayPal. Amazon Pay, third-party providers. In case you cannot use Shopify payments, you'll have to use a third-party provider like Stripe. And if you need information on setting it up because you're like out of the country, if you're not US based and they won't allow you to use Shopify payments, then click the link in the description below and you'll get information on how you can go about doing that. Alternative payments methods are used for things like Klarna or Affirm or other financing, things like that. And we'll be setting that up later. Manual payment methods, money order, cash on delivery. You're not going to actually probably be accepting these unless you want to later on, like if you need to accept purchase orders or checks or that kind of thing. But we will use it for sure for placing a test order in our store. Then here where this is payment capture, you want to always leave it on manual and send a warning, because that's useful for collecting orders and making sure they're in stock before you actually capture the payment. Okay. All right, so that's the first step. And there's some instructions below on how to optimize your checkout, but usually accounts are optional is a good idea. Can only check out using email. You can check that. Keep in mind that Shopify is always changing this kind of stuff, so you may or may not see different things here. Required first and last name, company name optional. Shipping address, phone number is usually required because sometimes we do freight shipments and stuff like that. Use the shipping address as the billing address by default. It makes it easier. Do not use auto completion because there are bugs with that. Do not automatically fulfill any lines. And automatically send abandoned checkout emails. This is probably not going to work once you actually activate your account. It only works for $79 account per month accounts, not $29 per month accounts. So that's it, guys. So just hit save. And then you want to set up your shipping settings. So your shipping profiles are above. That's the only thing you're really going to be using because you're doing drop shipping. You're going to have your suppliers ship for you, or you're going to have a third-party app do it. You're not going to be using this kind of stuff. Doesn't matter where you're shipping from, just matters where you're shipping to. In this case, we have domestic and we have the rest of the world. So go up here and click these little three buttons, hit edit zone. And actually, what we want to do is delete these rates here. This kind of stuff is always being changed by Shopify. So just add a new rate. And in the lesson, I actually put in some stuff here. So the first one is free and fast shipping to this. So you can just take that line right there in the below and paste it in there, and it's going to be free shipping. And that is that. Believe that. So you can have conditions. So if you needed a certain price or a certain weight or something like that, you can do that. Or you can set 0 conditions and it always shows up. Okay. And then the next rate, which is kind of an upsell thing that I figured out works really good, is offering expedited processing and charge $29 for that. So both will show up for every person, and they have the opportunity to upgrade their order to expedite processing. 3 to 10 business days for normal, 2 to 7 for expedited processing, so they might get a little faster. You make an extra $30. All right, here, delete these 2 rates, and for the rest of the world, since we don't normally ship to the rest of the world, you'll want to have the name be call the phone number, and problem is we don't really have a phone number yet, so we'll just say please call us, and we'll set the cost to like $500, just so somebody's kind of, probably less likely to actually use that, but they will contact us. Okay, so that's that. Next thing is check out your taxes. Should be automatically set up to collect taxes in your state. Later on in the Masterclass, you'll see a lesson on how to edit your tax overrides, create sales tax settings for particular vendors for particular states. All right, and lastly, just so you guys know, of course, files is where you upload all the files you want to be able to link to. And all the info on your plan and permissions is here. So permissions means the accounts, all your accounts. These are my VAs, and you can create up to 15 accounts with one of your trial stores. Once you do sign up for a plan, I believe it shifts down to 3 or something like that. Right. May or may not be the same for you. I'm not quite sure. Shopify makes things different for everybody. So that's it, guys. That's Shopify settings. So with that, we'll get into the next lesson.
Hey guys, welcome to this lesson on setting up your professional email address with G Suite. If you click the link below in the description, it'll take you to a landing page on gsuite.com. It's at ecommerceparadise.com/G Suite. So click the link below and let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome to this lesson on setting up your G Suite account. So G Suite is really cool because it allows you to have a professional email address as well as access to everything you'll need for your business through Google. So you can have a Gmail account, a separate drive, Google Docs, calendar, everything. And the basic starts at just $6 a month as of the recording of this video. May go up over time. But that's what it is for now. It comes with 30 gigabytes of cloud storage, so you can store all sorts of videos and cool stuff there. And yeah, so it's really cool. And I use it for all the businesses. So to get started, just click on the basic. Go ahead and go through it. So the first thing is enter your business name. So for me, it's Linktree Paradise. Doesn't really matter what you choose there. Choose the country that you'll be in, which is most likely the United States. Your name, your email. You should have purchased your domain already. Okay, and then you can choose support at, or sales at, or info at. It really doesn't matter. You're going to be creating a bunch of aliases later on, so you can use all the other emails you want to. This is going to be the main one you send from. So usually I just use support because it's kind of a friendly name that you'll be able to contact your customers with, and they'll know that's where they can go for support. Sales is also good. It really doesn't matter. So just support at is fine. Whatever you want to do. Enter your password that you want to use, and agree and continue. Alright, and when you're ready, go to setup. And now it's telling me this, so I'm going to have to log in on a separate browser here. That's fine. So you have to go through an activation process to make this work. And if you bought your domain through GoDaddy, you just basically have to sign into your account. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so finally it's activated. It took me actually quite a bit of time. It gave me an error at first about the activation, and I had to try again. So be patient with it, and you'll get it activated eventually. So you can skip creating new users because you'll be using aliases and doing everything through one account. However, later on down the road, if you do end up hiring somebody or having a business partner that wants to have a separate account entirely, you can certainly create the new users. Just be mindful that you'll have to pay for every new user that you create. So for now, you can usually just skip creating new email accounts. All right, so the Gmail is activated. So now it gives you these options here. Google Voice is optional. I'm going to be showing you how to set up a business phone number later on in the one of the next videos here in the next lessons, but Google Voice is another option in case you want to skip paying for a professional business number. But for optimization purposes, to look professional, I recommend getting the 1-800 number. So you can set this up optionally if you'd like. If you live out of the country, maybe you kind of need to. So, but Google Voice is really easy to use. You just basically pick any number. It's free to start, and basically you can receive phone calls and text messages from anywhere using it. So, yep. Anyway, so we're going to skip for now. But I do want to show you how to do one thing, which is how to add aliases to your account. So you want to be able to accept emails from different email addresses. So to do that, just go to your user account first, and then all you have to do is scroll down to let's see, which one is it? User information, I believe. Yeah. And then go to email aliases, and you can make one for sales, info, your name, returns, warranty, and pretty much anything else you can think of. People could send an email address to you at one of these addresses, and anyway, you can create those later on down the road. They're free to create. It basically just means anybody that sends an email to sales at is going to arrive at the inbox of support at. And that's the important thing. Okay. All right, and that's about it. So if you want to customize your account more, feel free to dive into G Suite and kind of look at the different things that are available for you here. For now, we're just going to go ahead and skip forward onto the next lesson. So I'll see you there. Hey guys, Trevor here, and in this lesson we're going to set up your professional business phone number. Now before we get started, I want to let you know that there are two ways to go about doing this. One is to actually get a 1-800 business number. I'm going to cover that first, and you can go through that route if you are 100% confident that you're going to be launching your store as fast as possible, because a 1-800 business number is going to make you look a lot more professional to suppliers that you're going to go recruit, and then customers that you're going to get orders from. The second way to go about this is if you're on a budget and you want to work around that for now, you can go ahead and set up a free phone number with Google Voice. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that as well. You can then take calls and make calls from your Gmail inbox or Google Voice inbox, and you can even do it from your mobile phone. So that's a great way too. It's just not going to be an 800 number. It's going to be like a local number, and which is perfectly fine. So it really depends on your needs. I'm going to show you how to do both below. Like I said, first you'll see how to set up your Grasshopper account if you want to go that direction, and second you'll see how to set up a free Google Voice account. If you do decide later on that you want to switch from the free to the paid 800 number, you can do that. You just want to make sure that you then forward your Google Voice number to the 800 number so that anywhere it's at in your marketing materials, if somebody tries to call that number, then it gets sent to your 800 number. And of course, you'll want to make a note of all the different places your phone number will be, like your emails, your website, and any marketing materials that you have and different parts of your website, things like that, so that you know where to go change it later on. Okay, so let's get into it. Watch the lesson that you want to go through below, and let's get it done.
Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your Grasshopper account. It's important to have a 1-800 phone number for your business, and Grasshopper is the service provider I recommend and use for my e-commerce websites as my 1-800 phone number. So we're going to set up the Grasshopper account, and I'm going to show you how to get their app so you can make outgoing calls from the 800 number as well. You can even sign up for their texting service later on if you find that customers are asking you to text them from your thing. And then we're going to set up a script for the main greeting, and we're also going to set up a script for the away greeting and record those calls. So let's get into it. Click the link in the description. All right, let's wait for it to load. Here we go. Okay, so we want to get a 1-800 number. My niche site name is eFireplace Direct, so it'd be kind of cool. 7 characters if it at least had the word fire in there. So let's see what comes up. 833. Nope, looking for 800. So I've done this a few times before. They don't show you 800 numbers right off the bat, so you kind of have to comb through until you find an 800 number. Coolest thing about an 800 number is that it's really professional. But as you can see, they've got a lot of different numbers, so it can take a while to set up. All right, so I'm going to pause the video and find an 800 number, and then once I find it, I'll start the video again. All right, so I kind of gave up on the whole fire word thing. I just looked for all 800 numbers, and some finally popped up, so I'm just going to go with this one. All right, and when it asks you, just do the solo plan. Go ahead and fill in your information and get started. I'll see you on the other side. All right, guys, I'm all set up and in the dashboard now. I wanted to make a note. There's 2 check boxes on the checkout page. One says texting, the other says read your voicemail. You do not need to have either of those, so just uncheck those. All right, so now we're in here, and like I said, we're going to go and set up your settings now, and we're going to go record your voicemail greetings. Okay, here's your settings, as you can see. And your main greetings can be seen here. All right, so there's the main greeting and the away greeting. So let's just change the greeting. Create new greeting. Let's see, record. So here's the script. Thank you for calling yourdomain.com. To speak with a representative, please press 0. Okay? So thank you for calling eFireplaceDirect.com. That's going to be mine. Thank you for calling eFireplaceDirect.com. To speak with a representative, please press 0. All right, sounds really good. So I'm going to hit keep. That's really easy. Now let's do the away greeting. Here's the script for the away greeting. Thank you for calling yourdomain.com. Our normal business hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, your time zone. If you would like to reach somebody after hours, please feel free to email us at support@yourdomain.com. Have a great day. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Thank you for calling eFireplaceDirect.com. Our normal business hours are Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Pacific Standard Time. If you would like to reach somebody after hours, please feel free to email us at support@eFireplaceDirect.com. Have a great day. Let's see how that sounds. It's pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. And that's it, guys. So now you have an away greeting and a main greeting. The last thing you want to do is you want to forward your number. So I'm going to figure out how to do that. Here's the part where you can change the number that it forwards to. This is my cell phone number, so it's going to automatically be forwarded to my cell phone number. And that's extension 0. So it's only one thing. Now, if you want to do something else, you can do something else, but that's what you should do in the beginning. Later on down the road, when you go to outsource to a virtual assistant, you can change the number here that it forwards to their Skype number that you set up for them. But for now, this is it, guys. You set up your Grasshopper. You now have your 1-800 number. Take this number and put it into the master spreadsheet like I'm going to do. And then from there, we'll continue with the process of building our business. See you in the next video.
Alright, so to set up your free Google Voice account, you'll need to use a free Gmail account. It's pretty simple and straightforward, but to get started, just go to voice.google.com and click for personal use and click web. You'll need to log into your Google account. So once you're in there, you should see something like this. And you can just go to settings and choose a Google Voice number. And Google Voice is really simple and easy to use, and you can forward your calls to your own phone number and then add it to your website. So once you have that, that's pretty simple. You can look around on settings and see what else you can do. You can set up a voicemail, for instance. You can set up Do Not Disturb, tell it what to do with the calls, and all that good stuff. So, all right, so go ahead and get into that, and let's move on to the next lesson.
Hey guys, welcome to this lesson on setting up your Fiverr account and getting your logo ordered. So click the link in the description below and it'll take you to this page. And you can go ahead and sign up with Facebook or Google or your email address. Okay. Once that's done, then you have two choices that I've left below for good logo gigs. Of course, you can choose any of them you want, but these ones have lots of good reviews and I've used them myself and had success with them. Alright, so choose one of these two. This one is the first one that I list below, and it's $5. And this one's the same thing. Okay, the key is that you're going to provide them the information they need to make a good logo for you, and in order to do that, you have to do a little bit of research first in your niche to find your colors and a good icon idea. Alright, so let's do some research.
Alright, so I just went to Google and typed in my niche, which is electric bike, and then the word brands. And what that did was pulled up one of these images that has all the different brand logos on it. This may or may not exist in every single niche, like images with brand logos, but certainly for niches where it's like based around a hobby or a passion, they usually do exist. And this will just give you an idea of what generally the logos look like. And so with electric bikes, you're dealing with a bicycle, so there's a wheel. So wheels seem to be pretty popular. So what I'm just trying to do here is look at the different logos, get an idea of what the different brands have in common, what they're all kind of sharing as far as like ideas and stuff like that. I'm not sure if these are actually e-bike brands anymore, but let's see. Yeah, so here's again those ones. Zoom in on it here. So I have e-bike shop. It just shows a bicycle with like a little cord coming off. So that's kind of a cool idea for an icon. And since that's kind of the most related, I kind of like that one the most. I might send that and say, hey, I like this icon. Can you do me an icon similar to that one, that kind of thing. Another word you can type in is logo. Alright, so this will give you an idea of different icon ideas. You're really just looking for icon ideas here because in the lesson below at the bottom, I've created a sketch that looks a lot like this. And this is usually how we have the logos made, okay? So we have an icon on the left, which is what I'm showing you right now. Then we have the main keyword on the top and the branding keyword on the bottom. So because mine's Electric Bike Paradise, on the top it would say Electric Bike, the bottom would say Paradise. We try to make it the same length so it's even, and if not, at least, have it centered to the right so that it's even that way. So let's go back and look at some more icon ideas here. This one's kind of cool. I don't really like having the whole bike. I think it's a little too complicated of an icon. I like the really simple one, so I kind of like this one a lot. I think I'm going to go with something very simple like this. This is very simple and clean. So all you got to do is just take a screenshot of the exact thing that you want to have as your icon and just give it to them as an idea. And then what they need is they need to know the colors that you're going to put on your logo. What I usually recommend doing is having one kind of branding color and then having black and gray or black and gold be your other two colors. So, being that black and yellow icon and then have the word electric bike
be in yellow and then like Paradise be in black or something like that. Something like that, so that it's, you know, branded. A lot of these are green, but I don't really think that green makes for a good logo color. I think green stands out good for like maybe a cafe or like a grocery store or something like that, but for an e-bike I think it'd be better to go with like a yellow branding. The green just kind of looks cheesy to me, honestly. Doesn't look professional. And the reason why I use black is because we're selling high-end products, and black is kind of a color of luxury. And this is the last thing I'll show you right here is color logo meaning. You can just kind of type this into Google and see it for yourself. But this color emotion guide here, found a while back, is actually really useful. There's other ones like it. But the idea, it's not really showing clear, there we go. The idea is that you want to have, you want to understand the meaning behind the colors. So like yellow equals optimism, clarity, warmth. Orange is friendly, cheerful, confident. So those make for good logo colors. Excitement, youthful, bold. You know, so red's a decent logo color for certain brands. Creative, imaginative, wise. Purple works for some brands. Trust. Blue is really good for logos as dependable, strength, and trust. Green is peaceful, growth, and health. Green does work for some logos, definitely. Mostly based around like, you know, healthy or nature or you know, good things for the environment, that kind of stuff. And silver is like a balanced, neutral, calm. So silver and black. So usually I like to mix one of these colors with silver and black as the total thing, so that it kind of has a balance and a calmness to it. So blue, silver, and black is really good. Orange, silver, and black. And notice a lot of them here are, like I said, yellow and black. Yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black. Because black is a good balancing color, right? This one's yellow and brown, but it's pretty close. Denny's is an exception where it's like yellow and red, and it really kind of stands out. And some brands do that, but you know, generally speaking, we're going to try to, you know, balance our logo out so that it's easy for people to remember. All right, so I'm going to go with yellow, black, and silver with my logo, and I'm going to send this as well as that to the logo designer on Fiverr and get a good logo made. I'll have a separate video below of the logo that I ended up getting made to show you guys what it looks like. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. All right, and one last thing, you can actually use a cool Chrome extension called Colorzilla. I'll put the link below, and you can easily pull the color from anything on the page. So in this case, what I've done is I've gone to pick color from page, and it's going to sample around, but you can pick the yellow out of this one if you want. You have to hover over to, there we go. If you just click, it's copied to clipboard, and then I can give the designer on Fiverr that particular exact code of yellow. Because yellow, there's lots of different forms of yellow, right? There's like bright yellow, kind of more of a sunny golden yellow. And I don't really want a bright yellow, I want more like a sunny golden yellow for my logo. So I feel like that also sort of complements the whole paradise thing, is having sunny days to ride your electric bike around on. So that's what I'm going for, so that's what I'm going to give them. All right. All right, so the logo was finished. This is what it'll look like. They'll give you a little zip file you can download. And let's take a look and see how it came out. All right, looks really good. They're going to give you a JPEG and PNG of each version. Okay. I like the one with the thicker text at the bottom. Looks a lot cleaner, so I'm going to use this one. Yeah, they followed the outline that I provided them perfectly, so looks great. All right, so if you're happy with your logo, you can go ahead and move on to the next lesson. If you're not happy with it, then you just need to actually send them a message on Fiverr, and from there they'll update your logo the way you want it to be updated. So just go ahead and do that, and I'll see you in the next lesson.
Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to get your homepage banner made for your website. You're going to need this because without it you won't have any banner on the homepage and it's just going to look kind of plain. So you can click the link in the description of this video, of this lesson, to download or to get the homepage banner made on Fiverr, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But I did have some banners made, some just basic stock ones that are not niche specific. They show a smiling person, which is great, which is what you want for a homepage banner. So if you want to just download those and upload those to your website, that's perfectly fine. Just click the link in the description. They should be down there. You can right-click and hit save or whatever it takes to do that and upload them to your website. But if you want to get your own banner made, niche specific, and I highly recommend doing this, like for instance, if you sell couches, you want to have like a banner with happy smiling people sitting on a couch. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So click the link in the description. You can go to Fiverr. It'll take you here. This is the banner one that I use all the time. This is the gig. It only costs $5, and the guy's really good. It's super professional every single time, right? So he makes all sorts of cool stuff. He makes banners, headers, sliders, web ads, Google ads, email headers, no-coded. I don't know what that means. Facebook ads, social media cover design, and Facebook, Twitter, YouTube covers. So be using this guy to create all sorts of cool graphics for us. He's our low-cost graphic designer. And I believe he is from Albania, yeah, from the, I think that's Eastern Europe or somewhere out there. So cool, guys, let's get into it. So the first thing, of course, you just want it to select and customize. Now understand the size of the homepage banner is 1280 by 600. That's the theme we're going to be using. That's the size that fits that theme. So you don't need any of the extras. Just go ahead and proceed to payment. I'm going to pay for it right now, and then I'll meet you guys on the other side. Here we are. What he wants to know is the URL of the site, if you have one, which you do. So I'm going to put that in here right now, efireplacedirect.com. And then he wants to have your logo, and I just got the logo done, so I'm going to go ahead and attach that separately in a minute. He wants to know the size, width, and height, so like I said, you got to tell him that right here. He wants to know specific text you want, and usually what I have it say is 48-hour sale going on now. And then usually have it say shop now. That way, and just put it like that. He'll understand. Okay, and then you want to have the images. So the key here is finding a really cool stock image. Your best stock image is going to be somebody smiling, especially a family of people smiling. So with that said, click the link in the description. I have a link to go to Pexels on the website. So Pexels is a great free stock photo. What you just want to put is like fireplace and like family or something like that. Like something family or people and your niche word. And we're going to hopefully find some cool pictures right now. There are other stock photo websites, so if you can't find them here, I can show you guys other places. All right, so let's see what we got going on. It's not bad, actually. I like the one right there in the middle top. It's not a smiling face, though. What we really want is somebody excited. We want to build excitement for shopping on our website. People love faces, so I'm going to keep looking here. There's not a whole lot, so fireplace and face. You just type keywords of exactly what you want. A lot of the times, pictures will be up there. I'm going to keep searching around for a little bit, guys, and I'm going to find something good, okay? And I'll pause the video right now. I'm running into a little bit of trouble finding a good stock photo to upload. This isn't good enough. So what I'm actually going to do is look at some of the suppliers that we looked at and see if they have any good stock photo banner images on their website. So I'm going to go into the product research spreadsheet and pull up a couple of their websites. I'm in the product research template spreadsheet, and the first one I'm just going to choose randomly is BioBlaze. Okay, that's their website, and hopefully they should have some good stock photo images. Since this is a supplier that we'll be working with, most likely, we'll be able to use their images for our website. So might as well look at their website. All right, so when I landed on their website, I find a bunch of sales stuff. That's cool, but it's not really what we're looking for. We're looking for more lifestyle stuff. So with that said, I'm actually going to go back. I'm going to type BioBlaze into Google, and I'm going to see in the image search what comes up. All right, cool. So looks like they don't really have anything. All right, so because of that, I'm just going to go ahead and pull this next brand and type it in, same thing. Okay, just pictures of their products. That's all right. Let's keep looking. Let's see here. Oops. Okay. This is a little bit better. I'm starting to see people, but it's not the right kind of thing we're looking for. It's all right. Keep looking here. Anywhere fireplace. Oops. Oh, and another thing we can do is we can just look at that competitor's website and see what they have. Maybe they have a nice stock photo we could borrow. Let's just open one website. Okay, so they got a bicycle for some reason on their website. That's pretty funny. Even though they're selling fireplaces, but okay. Yeah, so they don't have any pictures of people. They just have fireplaces, which is interesting. So it makes me wonder if there are pictures of people with fireplaces. People, fireplace. Because I really want a picture of people in a fireplace. Here we go. Okay, cool. Now we're starting to see some cool stuff here. The only thing here is that since it's an image search on Google, we have to be careful that it's not copyrighted. So we want to usage rights labeled for reuse. Cool. So this is pretty much rights to reuse no matter what, even if it's for commercial purposes, so they can't tell us to take it down ever. But of course, I'm gonna have tough time finding any good ones. That's almost a good one. In fact, this is actually pretty good. They got a fireplace easily seen in the background, and you got smiling people in the foreground. So I'm going to use this one. As soon as it loads, it's also 960 by 640, so I know this graphic editor can make this work somehow. He can put text around it or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and save the image on my computer and then upload it there to Fiverr. All right, so here I am back at the Fiverr gig. I'm going to go ahead and attach the file now. Let's see here. Okay, the file has been attached. And now you just have to choose your color preferences. And like our logo is, it's a kind of like gray, red, just like the logo, similar to the logo. All right. All right, so that is it. I went ahead and finished the job here. Now I'm going to hit Start Order. All right, guys, so that is the banner job creation process. I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys in the next video down in this lesson as soon as it happens, the banner that I get created, that ends up being created, okay? So with that said, hop into that next video. All right, so I received the banner back, and this is what it looks like. So you did a really good job with it. But I like the second one better, in my opinion, because it has orange on the now, which attracts your eyes to the fire more, which is the niche, fireplaces, right? So I'm going to use the second banner on my store, and I'll go ahead and include them all below, just so you guys can, potentially use them too, if you wish. But yeah, I'm going to have this on the store. So all you have to do once you get your banner is just click the links to download the files, and they should download to your computer automatically. And then just like the other gig, go ahead and press Accept Delivery. And it should bring you to this page. And you just say yes, nice and easy to work with, send and continue. Give them all 5 stars and say this is an excellent gig for getting banners made. Go ahead and give them endorsements for everything, just so we're nice about stuff, and send the feedback. No need to tip him, but he does a great job, so use him for every banner gig you need. All right, and since it's $6, we want to definitely add that to the bookkeeping spreadsheet. So I'm going to go here again, efireplacedirect.com income spreadsheet, income statement. And the date today is the 24th. So there we go. And it is the Fiverr homepage banner. And $6. Let's put it at 6. What you can do is you can click on the column and hit this $sign. It'll automatically make them all dollars. If for some reason it's not that way. So there you go, guys. We added those expenses. We got our banner, and it's on to the next project. So we'll see you in the next one. All right, guys. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to take the categories that we extracted from the main competitor and input them into our website. So what I'm going to be doing is giving you guys a way to add copy to your website that's going to show up on every single collection page. It's going to have kind of a unique value proposition, and it's also going to include the name of the category. So what we're going to need to do is something special. We're going to need to make the name of each category a full, complete name. What I mean by that is you have at the top electric fireplaces, right? And then you have different types. You have wall-mounted, built-in, inserts, logs and fireboxes, 3-sided, with mantles, TV stand, multicolored flame. These are different types of electric fireplaces. So what we need to do is we need to change these names to full names. So in other words, we're going to take the name wall-mounted, and then we're going to take the name electric fireplaces and add that to the end of it. What that is going to do is give us a collection name that is full, wall-mounted electric fireplaces. Now the only thing about this is that I need to do that because otherwise it's going to look funky. There we go. Okay, so now we have wall-mounted electric fireplaces. Let's do the same thing for the next one. Built in. Now, not to say this is going to be the same exact thing for every single website. So in this case, you have to be a little bit creative, right? So built-in electric fireplaces makes sense, but inserts, logs, and fireboxes electric fireplaces makes no sense. So what we have to do here is understand what is an insert. Okay, and this is where learning about your niche comes into play. But I know that an insert, especially like an electric fireplace insert, is something you put into the wall. So what we're going to do is say electric fireplace inserts, and then logs and fireboxes. I'm not exactly sure what that means. So what we'll probably just do is add the word electric fireplace and then inserts. Oops. Like that. Because that's probably a pretty accurate description of what that category includes. So let's see, 3-sided, that is definitely the first word. Okay, and then mantles, again, we're gonna have to put this first and then put this next. Okay, TV stands. So TV stands and electric fireplaces are not the same thing. What I wanna know is on their website, what does that mean? Now, you can look at their URL. Sometimes it explains it. See, TV stands and media cabinets with fireplaces. That's their full collection name, so that makes a lot more sense. In fact, we could actually, now that I think about it, go to each of these and kind of see how they made it. Modern wall-mounted electric fireplaces. Okay, so wall-mounted electric fireplaces, that's fine. Built-in. So they should have a thing, modern built-in electric fireplace. They put the word modern because that's kind of their brand name, so that makes a lot of sense. And then we have modern electric fireplace insert. See, there you go. So if you just look at their website, sometimes the menu titles that we extracted are going to be truncated versions of what they actually are. And for instance, this one we just pulled up is 3-sided, but when you go to it, it says a Monty Panoramic True View. So in a sense, maybe they don't have a lot of 3-sided. They just have this one category, and they did some keyword research, and they found out that it's best just to target the keyword of that product line, the Monty Panorama True View, and maybe there's 3 different types of that. There's a 50-inch, a 60-inch, and a 72-inch, and they made 3 different products. So these are keywords people are typing into Google, and that's what they're targeting there. So with that said, we're going to keep it like this for now, and then later on we'll probably do what they did. So with mantles, again, let's just look at that, see what they did here. Oops, one sec. See, they said electric fireplaces with mantles. Perfect. So now TV stands, like I had opened up earlier. Take a look. TV stands and media cabinets with fireplaces. So that's what we're going to do. You know, when in doubt, model your competitors who are successful. Okay? Electric fireplaces with multicolor frame. Not every website's going to be like this. This just happens to be a very successful competitor. I can tell because they've done a lot of work on their website. So instead of saying water vapor fireplaces, we're going to call the collection water vapor fireplaces and inserts, because that's the exact name of their collection. So by extracting all of these, we're really going to wind up with a much more optimized collection than we would if we didn't do that. Okay. I'm going to go through here with you guys because a lot of courses, they kind of just tell you to do something and they stop and you have to kind of pause and try to do it yourself. My goal with this course is not to be afraid to make longer videos. And you guys, I want you guys to see like how much time and effort this kind of stuff does take to go through each and every one. And you can even probably just sit there and let this stuff play while you do it. Of course, you can choose to also fast forward this kind of stuff, but in a sense, I want you to get an understanding of what it's going to take to go through and make one of these websites. It does take a lot of research, planning, and action. So I'm still going through here the menu, and I am going to just extract each of their exact names. At this point, it's just kind of like, mindless work for me. And they have quite a few categories to go, but not that many, so it might only take me a few more seconds. So let's go through here. See, instead, outdoor collection is this whole thing right here, which is great. So, understanding that is really good. We'll be able to target those keywords within the collections. Almost done here. Two more. All right, cool. Now we're done with the last one. Okay, the rest of these that were in the menu are actually pages on their website. Like I'll pull up deals, for instance, and they have a page called Flash Sale. And we're going to be extracting this as well because they did a really good job with it. These are basically resource pages to the rest of their website. These are perfect for SEO and they're perfect for sending people around your website. So somebody's going to pull this up and they're going to say, oh wow, free shipping. Okay, how does that work? And then they have a link that goes to their free shipping offer. And then they're also going to think, okay, what selected products can I save on? Oh, and that takes you to the on sale now. A Monty summer sale. So they have a specific sale on a Monty fireplaces that is a collection on their website. Same here, electric fireplace sale. So these are different collections, and sale pages. We're going to be extracting those ideas, adding those to our website later on. For now, we have all the collections that we need in order to make a great website. The only thing I don't have is that electric fireplaces because I did replace a link. So I'm going to go ahead and click that here. And of course, that's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, oops. You want to be careful with the spreadsheets. Sometimes, yeah, it's not even worth doing. So I'm just going to copy over. All right, cool. So here we go. We have all of their collections extracted that we're going to want to add to our website. Now what we have to do is we have to determine which ones are going to be our top level collections and which ones are going to be our sub collections. And so that's why I have up here, I have type and tag. Now, when it comes to bulk editing a spreadsheet and adding custom Google Shopping tags, I think they're called tags, or AdWords labels is what they're called. We're going to be able to separate our AdWords campaign later on based on the type. So I want to make sure that the type is the broad category, not the subcategory, because if you make the type the subcategory, you'll have too many separations in Google. So the top is the type, and the subcategories are tags. So with that said, electric fireplaces is going to be a tag, and wall-mounted will be a type, and wall-mounted will be a tag. So going down here, let's just look at their website again. I just want to kind of have their website as a reference while I do this. We're basically going to be deleting from here, like wall-mounted all the way through to the bottom, and we're going to look at their shop all thing, and we're going to go all the way down to multicolor frame before we get to water vapor. That's a separate one. So all the way up here, delete. Okay, now we have the exact tags we're going to be adding. And by the way, when you add a type, you can also have that same word as a tag. It'll be easier to do later on if you had to make any adjustments. So with that said, let's keep looking through here. Under ethanol fireplaces, everything going down to gel is going to get deleted on the left-hand column. It's kind of easy to tell because these are all caps. So if I really want to do this again, I just go like this because I know that all caps means, you know, main category. So there we go. So now I have my types and I have my tags. So with that done, I can easily create these auto collections in Shopify. We're going to go ahead and just create the first level right now, and then in the next video below, I'm going to create a separate video showing you how to go through and optimize. We're going to have to add pictures and content to each collection to make it optimized for SEO and for browsing the website. But for now, we're going to just create all of the categories that we extracted. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So in Shopify, under collections, you can find that under products and then collections. You should have it looking like this. You can just hit create collection and then pull that first one in. Place it there under title. You don't need a description right now. We'll go back and do that later. Make sure the conditions always say automatically select products based on conditions, and then make sure it's going to say all conditions. Product type is equal to electric fireplaces, and hit save. Now the one thing I noticed is that what they did was they created one called electric fireplace, and then they put the tag electric fireplace on all of the products, which actually is incorrect. So what I'm going to do quickly, and you might or might not have to do this, but you can just click the select all products and hit 50 plus, confirm, and then you can do actions and add tags, electric fireplaces, and hit apply changes. It's going to add the tag electric fireplaces to all of those. And under this one, since it's a type, it's a top level category, we can go and change it to any condition, and then add another one that says the tag can be equal to fireplaces as well. And what that's going to do is going to allow us, like I said, to add products that type to that collection, that auto collection, whether it's got a tag or the type on it. So it's really useful. So it was easy for us to do this way. We can go back and delete that other collection now because it's going to be unnecessary. But it was still really nice of them to make it for us. Okay, cool. So that is the first one. Now the second one is this, wall-mounted electric fireplaces. So we just need to go back to collections, create collection, wall-mounted electric fireplaces, make sure it says tag, and hit save. What I like to do usually to keep track of this stuff also is to color, the spreadsheet like green or something like that. That way I know that that one's been done and created. Okay. Okay, create another collection. Get out of there now. Built-in electric fireplaces. Tag. Done. Hit save. Mark it as green. Okay, next one. Fireplace inserts. Tag. Done. Mark it as save. All right, we'll keep going down the list here. Now that one's done. It is green. Now we can do three-sided. Again, another reason why you really want to just start with one specific product category in the beginning is because if you're going to do multiple product categories, all this work is double or triple what you would have had to do in the beginning. So it's way easier just to get through one product category when you want to start and launch a website quickly and start making profits. Later on down the road, we can grow out to different categories, and we may do that. For instance, with this store, we may be offering outdoor fireplaces eventually, but for now, we're going to stick with the indoor fireplace niche, the electric indoor fireplace. Okay, so I'll just keep going through here. All right, we may need to change that to lowercase later on. In fact, you can always hit this view button up here and see if that's going to make an effect on your site or not. And with this theme, it might, but we're not going to be using this theme, so it doesn't really matter right now. Okay, let's keep going, guys. Get through this. Oops, I could have hit right there, but I didn't, so let's do this. Okay. Look at the screen. Next one. This stuff is ultimately customizable, so if we do make a mistake, we can go back and fix it later on. It's no big deal. All right, so this is another one where the type is here, but it's different, right? So we want to actually copy that and add it there. We're going to add, since it's in the type category, we're going to be adding it as a type and tag collection, just to make it easier later on for ourselves if we have to change something around. Any condition, type, tag, same. Hit save. Change it to green. Okay. Create another collection. There we go. Any condition. Oops. Type. Tag. Save. Change it to green. Okay, we're making pretty good progress. We got about 10 or 20 more to go. No big deal. We'll be done with this in probably a few short minutes. This kind of thing can be excruciating at first when you're not used to it. Mentally, your energy might be drained pretty quickly doing this. So if you find yourself getting drained, just take a quick break, stand up and breathe. And walk around a little bit and look around. It's going to bring more oxygen into your brain. What I've learned over time with working online and doing internet work specifically is that you tend to forget to breathe for some reason. And I don't know why, but it's like holding your breath, you know, like you're in anticipation for something. And it's kind of strange, but it's true. Especially when your mind gets set on one task and it's no longer a creative thing, it's just an automated thing. So make sure that if you catch yourself doing that you just get up, walk around and breathe for a minute, come back and sit down. Looking at something new also really helps, looking out the window or, you know, just talking to somebody, get somebody on the phone for a 5-minute conversation, anything it takes. So just keep going and power through the work. The one big reason I find that whenever I go back to like social media or something like that, it's because I tend to see new things and I tend to breathe more and I tend to laugh more. So if you can integrate into this work, what you're doing already, seeing new things, breathing more and laughing more, you're going to make this a more enjoyable experience, and that's going to be very profitable for you in the long run, is making this a more enjoyable experience. So make sure as you're working, you're breathing and you're visualizing and you're laughing, and get up and walk around for 5 minutes and come back. 5 minutes is not a lot of time, but when you get up and you actually walk around, 5 minutes does feel like a lot of time. And, you know, it's the perfect amount of time just to take a break. And you can do a lot in 5 minutes. You know, you can walk around the block if you live in a house, or you can, you know, you can do something. You go down to the corner store and get a snack or something like that. And so when you do that, you clear your mind, and it's perfect. And it makes it a lot easier to keep doing this work. A lot of what I find is people have mental hangups, and it sucks because, you know, they have these false belief systems that they can't do stuff because it's too difficult. When in reality, it's just a physiological response that our bodies and minds have to work that is at first uncomfortable for us. You just have to understand, why is your body reacting in a certain way? Well, you've probably encountered this in other places of your life, but it's acting that way because it's new and it's uncomfortable. But you've probably heard this saying before that, you know, the success that you want to find in life is outside of your comfort zone, and it's so true. So just get used to that fact and start trying to figure out how to make your comfort zone less comfortable, and start trying to figure out how to make that area outside your comfort zone more comfortable. So this video is turning into a motivational video as well as a tutorial video, which I love to do, by the way. I like to mix motivation with tutorials. I think it is a lot more fun. And I'm going to try to mix entertainment as well. That's my job. All right, so we're almost through this, guys. Only a couple more to go. Looks like, yeah, maybe 6 more. Okay, tag, done. Oops, there we go. Okay, cool. So even just a quick deep breath really makes a big difference. Outdoor torches, okay. Tag. Okay, one sec here.
Yes, we did. Yeah, the pasta and the salad are awesome. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Alrighty, cool. So 2 more. We're almost done. Woo! Okay, and tag. There's going to be a lot of these different store building processes you're going to have to go through. So definitely get used to it. And the more you can build habits of healthiness, like mental clarity throughout the store building process, especially when it comes to creative activities, the easier this whole process is going to be. Okay, great. So guys, we've gone through and created about 30 collections now. So we can go back and see all of our collections right here. And there we go. Okay, and then even on the storefront, actually, I don't think you'll be able to, yeah, you can, okay. You should be able to go collections, and it should show you all the collections. So now you can see them here. Those are your collections on the front end. Thanks for watching, guys, and now let's get into the next video. Alright guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to create navigation menus. So you've created your collections, and now you need to create navigation. Really simple process here, so just make sure you're either choosing from your competitor's site or you're going to go through the spreadsheet that you already made in your categories tab. So you should have extracted from your suppliers, put them in the categories tab, and they'd be here. So with that, you'll have the collection for the main category and the collection for each subcategory. So all you need to do is copy the main category, click add menu, and by the way, navigation is under online store navigation. And then when it pulls up to add the menu, just paste in the main category name and then click add menu item and choose each of the subcategories. And if you don't have it added yet, you can just go back to the collections page and add the collection. Alright, and just to kind of recap what that looks like, just make sure you put the collection name, and what I usually do now is I actually create the conditions to say any condition, product tag, and product type. So that way when the products get added to the store, if the VA doesn't add it correctly, they add the tag instead of the type, it'll actually pull whether it's tag or type. You have to make sure any condition is set. Alright, so now it should automatically pop up and you just click add and save. And now you have a menu like this, and you can use this in the theme to add to a mega menu. So I'm going to go through a couple more just so you know what it looks like again. You always go to the link and you add the name, and if you don't see it, go to the collections. I usually have 2 tabs open just because it makes the workflow a lot easier. Okay, cool. And then sometimes it takes a little minute to pop up here. There we go. Okay, so this might change over time. Shopify is always updating their platform, but that's what the process looks like for creating navigation menus. And after this, you'll be creating, you'll be adding to the theme those menus. So just make sure you create these menus first for your main categories and subcategories, and we'll get to the next step after this. See you in the next video.
Guys, in this video, we're going to improve the About Us page like crazy. So I actually went and did the work of setting up an About Us page template. This comes with a lot of fill-in-the-blank information, and you'll have to get a little bit creative with this, but the coolest thing about it is that it's very story-based, and what sells really good these days is stories. People love stories. So the key here is coming up with a story. You want to first come up with number 1, who your target market is and what your niche is, right? And then basically what that means is your niche is your products, and your target market is the people that are using those products to solve a problem. And then you have to come up with that main goal that the niche products are helping to accomplish and the benefit that they provide to that person, okay?
The next thing that you want to do is come up with a story about you. So you're going to either choose your name or a pen name as the owner, or you can alternatively call it a founder, you know, that kind of stuff. It can be one person or two people. It's up to you. And you want to basically tell a story about why you started your store. So you're going to include a picture of yourself with the niche product if possible, or at least, you know, using it somehow or being related to it somehow. And if not, then just a picture of you is fine. And you want to tell that person about how, you want to tell a story about how you knew a person, right, that had a problem that niche, that product could solve, right? And tell a story about how that person had a big impact on your life. It's really good to associate other people with your story, not just tell a story about you, but tell a story about how somebody else impacted your life, because it uses this law that we all have of social proof, and we understand now that there's another person involved here, and so that lends credibility to your story. And try to include the picture of that person helping you. I know it might sound difficult to do, but you can get creative. You can tell a story about how someone impacted your life somehow. Just all you have to have is a picture of you with that person. And of course, if you don't want to use a picture of yourself, you can try to find on the internet a picture of a person with another person. But just, you know, be honest here. Use a picture of yourself. It's not that hard. It's not that scary either. And yeah, so moving forward, you just want to fill in the blanks here with your niche and your store and stuff like that. And everything else is pretty self-explanatory. When you see a thing like us on Facebook or something like that, follow us on Pinterest, you want to definitely link that up. And then up here, you also are going to want to link each of these to the page on your website where it should be linked. And whenever you mention your niche product, it gives you another chance to link to that product collection. So just consider this About page as a great way to link to the different parts of your website a lot. In fact, consider every resource page a great way to link to every other part of your website really good. Because, for instance, people love Wikipedia because Wikipedia links to all of the parts of Wikipedia throughout every single post that they make. So every single guide or article is going to have a link on certain words, and those words link to those other articles that explain what those are. So you can get lost in Wikipedia learning about stuff. You want people to get lost in your website. You want people to go diving deep into different parts of your website, shopping around, reading articles, things like that, finding it really easy to hop around to different parts of your website because there's contextual links all over the place. And this really helps your SEO because the bots will find that it's easy to go through your website, and they'll rank your site better. They'll rank all your content better. They'll go deep into your site and find products and content that they might not normally have found because there's contextual links to link to. So just consider that the more contextual links that you add, the better. And all that contextual means is that it's within the text. Contextual, right? Within text. All right, guys, so I'm going to take this and apply it to the website, and I'm going to walk you guys through the process of how I go about doing this, just so you have a case study example of it, and you can kind of take the ideas that I create and run with that with your own store. Okay, let's do it. Alright guys, so I watched some videos on YouTube about electric fireplaces and ethanol fireplaces. It turns out that it makes a lot of sense as to the problems that they're solving and people's goals that they want to accomplish. So I'm going to go ahead and ramble off what I learned. First of all, what people want in an e-fireplace, they want, realistic flames. They want it to look like a real fireplace. They want different flame options, taller, lower flames, different colors of flames. They want sounds, even realistic sounds of like a fire crackling. That's kind of nice. They want background ambiance music. why not, right? They want heating, especially like zone heating where you can heat a certain room, and e-fireplaces actually do provide that while still being able to run cool and be safe to the touch. And the heat can be turned off while the fireplace remains on. That's also important. They also want no carbon dioxide, or formaldehyde output, which is what normal fireplaces put out. And they also want a modern, traditional, and rugged style, so different types of fireplaces. Now, I found out more about also the target market for the electric fireplace. It turns out that people that need one are apartment owners, condo owners, townhome owners, flat owners, manufactured homeowners, any kind of house that doesn't normally come with a fireplace installed. They need some sort of a electric or ethanol fireplace, something that's going to be inserted into their wall, or it's going to be freestanding, or it's going to be like a tabletop mounted, or they're going to build like some sort of a mantle around the fireplace, or even have it as a TV stand fireplace. So they basically don't want to mess up their home, and it makes sense. Or they just can't mess up their home for some reason or other. They can't install gas lines, things like that.
And also, it's something that they can even take it with them if they move out of the house, which is important. Another target customer is someone who lives in a place that they would never, ever be able to find a house with a fireplace, like Florida, for instance, and they still want the ambiance of the fireplace. So people like fireplaces for many different reasons. So now that I know this kind of stuff about the product and the customers and the target market, their needs, what they're trying to accomplish, how the product solves their problems, I can go ahead and fill out this About Us template here. And I can come up with all sorts of cool stuff and get really creative. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that now. So we go to the About Us page on Shopify. And the beginning page here is great and all, but I'm just going to completely delete it because this one is way better. That first one was important so we can get suppliers. Now this one is important so we can get customers. So it's time to go ahead and go through this. So we are electric and ethanol fireplace experts. I'll probably put electric fireplace and ethanol fireplace because what I want to do is target those keywords. So we are fireplace specialists. You don't want to be repeating keywords too much when you're filling this kind of thing out. It's really important that you sort of mix things up. So don't put the same thing again twice. Change it up a little bit. Passionate about the products we sell, whether it be electric fireplaces, ethanol fireplaces, and then I think the other one was like ethanol burners, and then outdoor electric or outdoor ethanol barbecues. That was one of those product lines, which is pretty interesting. Another one is outdoor fire pits and electric fireplace. I'll just put fireplace accessories. We are also very passionate about our customers. We're the most customer-centric brand in the electric fireplace. I'll just put e-fireplace market. Our customers include target market 1. So I know that target market 1 is, let's just put fireplace instead of e-fireplace. Target market 1 is people that own homes, but they don't have any kind of a way to put an actual fireplace in the home. So I would say apartment or condo owners who want the ambiance. Well, I'm going to add that here, who are seeking to blank, right? So apartment or condo owners, manufactured homeowners, and town homeowners, and even architects and general contractors working with homeowners or business owners who are seeking to the main goal, which is achieve the same ambiance and heating benefits of a traditional fireplace without all the byproducts of smoke and flame, like carbon monoxide and formaldehyde by So let's read this really quick. Our customers include apartment or condo owners, manufactured homeowners, town homeowners, and even architects and general contractors working with homeowners or business owners who are seeking to achieve the same ambience and heating benefits of a traditional fireplace without all the byproducts of smoke and flame like carbon monoxide and formaldehyde. I think that's really good, yeah. The last section I had was adding an additional thing, and you don't have to do that, but it's just an idea, and I think this is perfect as it is. What sets us apart from the rest, and that's just blank. We know our fireplaces inside and out. Fireplaces and ethanol fireplaces. Inside and out, so we can give you the detailed, knowledgeable answers to any of the questions that might ask. Okay, we are in Wyoming. If you're not in Wyoming, definitely change that. Our mission. Stay warm. Maybe I'll change that later. Let's see. At efireplacedirect.com, our mission is to stay warm, to keep you warm. Electric fireplaces and ethanol fireplaces have allowed homeowners, let's just say homeowners, to have the same ambiance and heating benefits of a traditional fireplace without all the negative side effects of flame and smoke. Oh, let's say wood, flame, and smoke. We believe electric fireplaces and ethanol fireplaces are revolutionizing the way people stay warm and create a cozy living atmosphere. And make their home a cozy living atmosphere. We believe electric revolution is the way people, let's keep the stay warm thing, make their home, the way people create a living, create a comfortable living atmosphere in their home. With the increased popularity of fireplaces, everybody, well, it's just good. Like fireplaces and ethanol fireplaces. So the needs can be met. Provide the following value-added benefits of every order. So I got to go through and link all these. I'll do that in a little bit. Worried about price? We're an authorized dealer. Everything's good. Buying a fireplace is a significant investment, so we want to make the buying process as easy as possible. Go ahead and give us efireplacedirect.com. The owners, Juliana and Trevor, started eFireplace Direct. Help those who want to. I could probably just copy that from above because I've rewritten it like 3 times. Okay. Got to insert a picture of myself with a fireplace or electric fireplace somehow. I'm not exactly sure I'm going to do that yet. So I will center and bold that. I'm really not sure how I'm going to find that right now. That's okay, we'll move on. In 2010, Trevor, let's just say Juliana. Let's make her the star of the story. In 2010, Juliana was introduced to niche products. Fireplaces. Oh, you know, I have a story actually. I was introduced to electric fireplaces when my mom bought one, so I'm going to tell that story. And I'll probably try to find a picture of myself with her electric fireplace. I think it was sometime last year or the year before that. So anyway, so like you got to think into your past. If you were actually introduced to this product at some point, make a big deal out of that because that's a big deal. And then tell the story of that person who got benefit from it. So in my case, it was my mom, so it's good. 2010, changed to electric fireplaces when his mom, person you know, definitely know her, blank had a problem. Needed a way to add a fireplace to her manufactured home that she was renting, and I had a problem. Didn't have a affordable heat source to stay warm in her living room through the winter months in Montana, which is true, and needed a way to add a fireplace and wanted, let's just say wanted, work for one at that point, way to add a fireplace to her manufactured home that she was renting, and okay, when she discovered wanted a way to add a fireplace to her manufactured home, she discovered electric. Let's just say, what was it, yes, fireplaces for now. Let's just reread this and make sure it sounds right. 2010, Trevor was introduced to electric fireplace when his mom didn't have an affordable heat source to stay warm in her living room through the winter months in Montana and wanted a way to add a fireplace to her manufactured home she was renting when she discovered electric fireplace. It doesn't really make sense at the end. She discovered electric fireplaces online but couldn't find a website that offered a great enough selection or a proper buying guide to make sense of all the different options. She asked Trevor for his advice, and since he is an entrepreneur and marketing professional, he felt there was a big need for a better website to help people understand electric fireplaces, ethanol fireplaces, to understand the benefits and features of, and which one is the best to buy for their needs. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So now I've created kind of a story out of it. Read this whole story of how Trevor's mom had a huge impact on Trevor's life. So I can even write out an even longer story about my mom and about like her love for fireplaces or something like that. I mean, I know I have a story where like she, living in Idaho when I was a younger kid, she had a little wood stove fireplace in the living room, and that thing would keep us really hot through the winter months. She would just pack it full of wood and close a little window on it, and it would get really super hot. And she had a little sheepskin rug, and we'd lay on it and sit in front of the fireplace and get really hot, because in Idaho in the wintertime it'd get down to the -10, -20, -30 sometimes. So it was really nice to have that wood stove there. Instead of having to pay insane bills for heating and central heating and stuff like that, we'd have a wood stove on all night, turn the heater off, and everybody would pile in the living room. So I can tell that story in a blog post, and that's what I'm going to do, and then I'll link it here, and I'll probably make a video out of it too and all that stuff. And that stuff really does help sell, guys. Just keep in mind that people don't buy from you necessarily because you have the best deal online. People, a lot of times, they'll buy from you because they like you. And all it takes to get someone to like you is to tell a story, especially if the story relates to your mom, because everybody loves moms. Moms are awesome, right? So let's see here. Insert picture here, of course, me and my mom. Hopefully I can find a good picture. I'm sure there's plenty. Up until this point, Trevor had no idea electric fireplaces even existed. He did some searching online. Oh, that was the story I told up here. Okay. Well, I could retell it a little bit. That's okay. Was easy to shop or had a wide selection, and educational articles help him learn about electric fireplaces and ethanol fireplaces. He decided to start his own brand website called efireplacedirect.com, the one you're on right now, to help those who want to shop, browse, and learn all in one place. Today we stay true to our roots, online only, blah, 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 blah. Contact us. Okay, so I'll replace the phone number here with our phone number. Okay, phone number. Done. You can chat live. I'll put my address in there in a minute. You can all hope you enjoy eFireplace, or electric fireplaces and ethanol fireplaces.
or just we enjoy offering them to you. Enjoy shopping our, I should say. Enjoy offering them to you. If you have any, I'd probably just stop typing it and copy and paste it in there. A lot easier doing it that way. Check out our Linktree. Oops. Alright, I don't know why that's happening. Fireplace, Fire's Guide, our ethanol, Fireplace, Fire's Guide, and our ethanol burner, Fire's Guide, and our outdoor fire pits. Fire's Guide. Okay, cool. So I've got the initial optimization done. Now I'm going to save this and then go through and actually link up all the pages. So I'll do that next section here.
Alright guys, the last bit of the About Us page optimization before I get the rest of the asset stat here is just to link stuff up really quick. I'm still waiting on getting some collections made, like for instance, the fire prices are not added to the website yet, but I can at least link up this one, this one, this one. I can link up some of this stuff, and so, you know, it's better just to go through and link things up as you go than just to like wait at the last minute and do it all at once. So the other thing too is I added this little thing right here. So as you can see, I took the same testimonial image that's on the home page. I'll show you again what that looks like. I found this testimonial image on Google in the previous lessons, and I added it to the bottom. It's the one on the left here. Yeah. So it's, you know, our customer. So I took that same image and put it on the About page, and then I made it a section called Our Customers. You know, and then what's this apart from the rest? So I optimized that a little bit more too, which you can do in the same. Again, you just make these as header 2s. That'll actually separate the section, make it more readable. Okay. Just want to, you know, kind of point out the fact that making your content readable and scannable is really good. People will scan through your content just like they scan through a newspaper, magazine, article, and they're going to see what they want to read. They want to, you know, they see a picture with text, that's great. They see a header with a bullet list, that's also great. And see, it kind of like it changes between a header with bullet to header with content, header with bullet, you know, header with bullet, content, header, content. So it's kind of mixing up the format of the content quite a bit, and that's part of the way you make content readable is you make things change up a little bit for people. So with that said, I'm going to go through right now and just link some stuff up. So I have my website pulled up here. Should be able to find all the links there. If I can't, I can always go to the website. First of all, you can actually put that in italicized, and then okay, and so I'm going to go to the top of the website and go for the ethanol fireplaces. Copy the address. Insert the link. Open in a new window. Okay. And then the burners, let's see about that. There we go. Copy the address. Okay. Outdoor barbecues, I'm not sure if I have that one yet. I don't think I do, so I'll have to figure that out. Fireplace accessories, I don't think I have that yet here. So I'll leave that. We're just going to link up what I can. So assembly, I have an assembly page, or I should. I know I have an assembly blog somewhere. Although I don't think I've actually set up my articles yet, so I'll leave it for that. But I do have a warranty page, so I can do that. It should be down here somewhere, warranty. Copy the address. Service, and I'll link to the contact us page. Shipping, delivery, and with that, I can link to the shipping policy page. this one, of course, I can link to that assembly page again. Or the, wasn't the assembly, it was the installation blog, which I don't have that. Sorry. Got here, lowest prices online. Okay, I can link to the Workspace page. Address. Okay, so with this one, we can link to the About Us page. And we don't have a reviews page up yet, but when we do, we can link there. And I also changed this Keep the World Warm because I think it kind of has a broader outlook on it. The mission that should be doing instead of keeping you warm. It's more of a goal. When I have some blog articles written, I can of course link to those blog articles. Okay, so here we go. So this one should be linked to the terms page. This one links to the privacy policy page. This one will link to your brand page, which is actually going to be technically your home page, because the content here is called home page, but it has brand information on it. We might create a separate brands only page, but I do like how the brand page includes other information as well, because people are thinking about that. So that is if you go to your pages, go to the home page, and then click the view page. That's how it loads. Authorized online dealer. You can link to the same page as well. That's return policy. Right. We're going to change that actually to say hassle-free returns. And that will be for our return policy, which should be done here. Free shipping every day, so we got our shipping policy. Price guarantee. So you notice how I'm linking to these things multiple times throughout the page, because this page really should be a starting point for customers, not an ending point. You want this to be able to link out to all the different parts of your website. So our satisfaction guarantee page, I can't find it here, so I'm going to go ahead and here, get it. I'll have to add it to the footer. That'll be important. Into the header. Sales experts, so we'll go ahead and link to the contact page. And our affiliate program, I don't know if we have an affiliate page yet, but if we do, we can link to it. We do not, so I'll create that later and link to it when we're ready for that. I think for now I'll just actually delete it. Worried about price. We'll link to the homepage for now with that one, but I think we could even make like a blog article about what it means to be an authorized dealer. With the lowest price guarantee, I think we'll link there again. So if someone's reading through your content, they might not want to click a link when they first see it, but then later on down the page, if they see it like 2 or 3 more times, they might want to click them. Fast for shipping. So link to the shipping policy page again. The returns, turn that to hassle-free returns. Again, link to the return page there. Return policy, copy link address. Customer service, and link to the contact page again. this one, let's go to our terms and conditions. Okay, I'm going to link this whole section here to our contact page. And I'm going to bold this. Alright. So I need to actually create the blog content still for this about section to tell the stories, and I can link there and add the pictures. That's fine for now. I have these links stuck on. Cool. And then as soon as I have the buyer's guides, I'll link there. I do have the Facebook and the Pinterest though, so I can link to that already. So I've got here. Copy that. There. And go here to Pinterest. Alright guys. So hit save. You have now, I'd say you've done like 80-90% of the optimization on the About page. So you can take a look and see what it looks like. In the Shopify theme, I think we might need to change. Oh no, it looks good. So the link colors are a color that stands out, and that's important. You want them to stand out. You want it to be relevant to your niche. So if it's a blue color on your logo, make sure it's a blue link color. The theme automatically does orange, which actually happens to match with your logo color of orange and red, so that's fine. And yeah, I might want to do a little bit more sweeping things up a little bit, but I think honestly it's really good right now. The next thing is I'm going to be waiting for the video to get done. The video will go right here. And then I'm going to create the blog content as well. The blog content will then we'll have 2 pictures here, maybe even some sort of a video, and then the story. Okay. And I think at the bottom I might create some sort of a series of pictures for these buyers guides actually, and then put the pictures in here with call to action buttons on them. I think that would help get people moving around the site more. You know, and the deal is, of course, you want them to either sign up for a list or move around to your site to different places where they can sign up for a list. I'm going to be showing you also a good way to create squeeze pages for your buyer's guides, so you don't just send people to the buyer's guide, but you get them to sign up for an email list first and then deliver the buyer's guide via email. So there you go, guys. We're done with the About Us page, so you can move on to the next one where I show you how to do the About Us video. See you there.
Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to create the contact page on your Shopify website. If you click in the description of this video, you'll see this, and you should have access to this already, so let's go ahead and copy the entire template. And go to your website and go to Pages. And when you're there, go ahead and click New Page or Add Page. Contact us. To that, and then fill in the blanks with your information. So I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet right now. Okay, so I pulled up my spreadsheet, and in here I have my phone number, so I will copy that. Got it there. Okay. And then right here, just obviously put the name of your website. There's a couple other places in there where we're going to have to change the info too, so let's go down into there and make sure. Alright. Okay, that's one of them. And change location to wherever you're located. Or you could just erase it all together. I'll go ahead and put Wyoming. And I believe that's it. So hit save when you're done. Oh, and by the way, there is a special template you'll be using called page.contact for this one. Change it to that. I'll show you why in a second. When you view the page, you should be able to see it like this, but at the bottom there would be a special contact form. Okay, so the idea here obviously is that before somebody tries to contact you, they're going to go through your FAQ section. These are some really, broad FAQs, basically just about shipping, delivery, and common questions that people have. So if they can get their question answered right there, they don't need to contact you and save you time and effort. Okay, guys. With that said, let's get into the next video. Okay, and in this video, what I'm going to do is show you how to set up the satisfaction guarantee page on your website. So if you click the link in the description, it'll take you here to this template. It's a quick template, and it's just something that really does help you build trust with your consumer. Our mission is to help you find the right product at the right price, ship it to you fast and free, have it arrive in first communication, help you understand how to use products so you have the best experience possible. Now, every time that I use the word product in here, you can replace with your niche keyword, okay? Just so you know, and you should, because that's good for SEO. And the rest of this just basically tells the customer to contact you in case anything goes wrong, okay? It's just kind of a promise, and it's good to have. So let's go back to pages. And click Add Page. There. Copy. Paste. Okay. And we're going to need to add the image. Honestly, you don't really need to do that, but yeah. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Make sure you choose the page contact, enter your phone number in there. We did. And hit save, and that's it, guys. Let's go ahead and view the page and make sure it looks pretty. There you go. Okay, perfect. So this is something that will definitely win you customers in the long run. That's it. Let's get into the next one. Video, I'm going to show you how to add the low price guarantee template to your website. So click the link in the description and copy the whole template here. Go to your website. Go to your pages. Hit Add Page. Click on Low Price Guarantee. Add the template. And make sure you choose Page Contact. And hit Save. And double check your store. There you go. Okay, and then in the membership bonuses folder that you should have access to by now, I just uploaded the image for a low price guarantee. So if you just right click on that, hit download, it'll show up on your computer. And you can go to the page and go to the very top and upload the picture. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how that looks. In my opinion, it's a bit big, so I'm going to double click it, change it down to like 240. I don't know why it didn't show up, but I'm going to hit save and see what it looks like now. It seems to have disappeared, so I'm going to try again. Not sure what happened, some sort of a glitch. try to enter it now. There we go, perfect. So 240 seems to be a good one. And that's it, that's the low price guarantee page. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to show you how to add the low price guarantee template to your website. So click the link in the description and copy the whole template here. Go to your website, go to your pages, hit add page, click on low price guarantee, add the template. And make sure you choose page contact and hit save. And double check your store. There you go. Okay, and then in the membership bonuses folder that you should have access to by now, I just uploaded the image for a low price guarantee. So if you just right click on that, hit download, it'll show up on your computer. And you can go to the page and go to the very top and upload the picture. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how that looks. In my opinion, it's a bit big, so I'm going to double click it, change it down to like 240. I don't know why it didn't show up, but I'm going to hit save and see what it looks like now. It seems to have disappeared, so I'm going to try again. Not sure what happened, some sort of a glitch. Alright, try to enter it now. There we go, perfect. So 240 seems to be a good one. And that's it, that's the low price guarantee page. I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to add the shipping policy template to your website. So in the description of this video there will be a shipping policy template link, and you can follow it to this page. This is a blanket shipping policy that pretty much covers anything from order confirmation to the shipment, international shipments to damages, cancellation, refunds, back orders, and all that stuff. So just copy it and go to your website. And go to add page. Type in shipping policy. And then go here. And then you want to use the find function on your computer. So on Mac it's Command F. And type in the word your domain. And there's a few instances throughout the article. Looks like there's 3 of them. You just want to replace that with your domain name. Okay, and then type in product. There's quite a few instances of product, and to optimize this for SEO you can go through each one and type your main keyword. So fireplace is my keyword, so I'm going to go through and just, oops, can't do that. Okay. Okay. Just be sure when you're doing this to check for singular or plural instances. If it's plural, like you see here, you don't want to erase the S. In that instance, though, I'll leave products because it doesn't really make sense. Okay, so that's it, guys. I'm done here. Now I can hit save and check it on the website. Oh, at the bottom, I need to fix that. Just kind of proofread it and see if there's anything you need to fix. Oh yeah, and by the way, choose page contact, because that way if somebody wants to contact you, they can do so really easily through that page. You want to make it as easy as possible for people to contact you, generally speaking. Makes you a more transparent company. Okay, and that's that, guys. That's the shipping policy. Let's get into the next page.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a warranty registration page for your website. So what you do is go to your competitor's website and see if they have a good warranty registration page. Good competitor will have something like this where they provide links to the warranty registration for each brand. So this is awesome for me because I can literally just extract exactly what this is and put it on my website. Now, if you don't have a competitor that has these links or it just doesn't exist for your niche, that's okay too. I have a template for you to fill out where you can simply copy and paste this to your website. And what you'll be doing is creating a separate page for the warranty policy for each brand on your website. So as you can see here, I put manufacturer 1, 2, 3. And what it says is, if you have any issues with your product, please call us or email us. We'll assist you in filing a warranty claim with the manufacturer. Each manufacturer has a different warranty, so please read the warranty that pertains to the specific manufacturer which it pertains. Below is the list of manufacturers. Click to view their specific limited warranty. So you can go ahead and use this, or if your competitor has this, then go ahead and use that too. So I'm going to add that to the site now. So just go to Pages on Shopify, hit Add Page, Warranty Registration, and then I'm going to copy that in there, change it to eFireplace Direct. And just change the wording a little bit so it's unique. Follow these links to click. Links below. Or file a claim. So the deal is that when there's a warranty issue with the product that you sold, the customer will usually come to you and tell you that there's something wrong and ask you to file some sort of claim or get them replacement parts or get replacement product. Now, what you would rather have them do, obviously, is file it directly with the actual company, the brand. And they can go to their website and fill it out and do that. But the only problem is that if that customer has a bad experience with that brand, with their warranty service department, they could potentially file a chargeback or other things. We've had that happen in the past. So it's always good to write a little section below here. If you have any issues beyond what the manufacturer can support, please feel free to contact us at phone or email, or by filling out the form below. And so you're going to use the same contact page template and just enter your phone and email here. I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, and what that's going to do is to help facilitate the process of communication. And that's the key, is you want the customer, your customer, to communicate with you directly about it if at all possible, because that way then you know what's going on and you can intersect in the situation. Okay, that's a good thing. And that's building upon their website, which does not have that. So it's making it a little bit better, which is awesome. All right, guys, with that said, we'll get on to the next section. Return policy page to your website. So return policy pages should have, generally speaking, a site-wide return policy, and then it should have the return policies for each particular brand on your website that you sell. So I went to my competitor, and it turns out they have return policies for each of their brands down here, which is great. They have a general return policy for their entire website up here, which is great. And then they have their return procedure down here, and cancellations, damaged merchandise, defective merchandise, and a little bit down here that's, please read. So it's important to understand how they did this well, and we can model it. So it looks like what they did was they separated each section with header 2s, and they made bulleted lists, which is really nice, and they made certain sentences bold, which makes it easier to read. And then they added horizontal lines to separate sections, which also makes it easier to read and to browse through the content. They also added links to certain key things here, like they have a file uploaded for their actual return policy from their suppliers, which is really cool. And then, let's see, then they have separate email addresses set up, even though they probably all forward to one email address. Maybe not, who knows. So this is great. So what I did was I actually extracted this into a document here. And the deal is here that what I'm going to do is rewrite the entire thing, and I'm going to include the same return policies that they have on their website for the suppliers, but I'm also going to rewrite the part that says their store return policy. So I'm going to take you guys through it with me as I do it. So let's go ahead and do this. So first of all, 100% satisfaction guarantee. I'm going to replace this with that badge. Actually, let me just go ahead and copy and paste it to the website first. Go create a new page. Okay, return policy. And so, like I said, we'll just go ahead and erase that for now. Put center align, insert the image for the satisfaction guarantee. This starts by doing that, you start off on a really good foot with the customer. So they understand that no matter what, you're going to take care of them, which is important. So again, let's cursors in the electric fireplace industry. Our goal is to make your shopping experience as stress-free as possible. I'll say like as easygoing possible, and ensure that you are 100% satisfied with your purchase. We will do our best to satisfy your requirements. Okay, so now we can change this to efireplacedirect.com. I'm going to change this to say instead of money back guarantee, a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. And I'm also going to just take that out. Okay, this way it's a little bit more clear. Unused, resealable merchandise in new, uninstalled condition and in unused, uninstalled. See, I'm just going to rewrite it. And there's a new condition. Original packaging may be returned for a refund within 30 days of delivery date unless otherwise noted on the product page or below. You must notify us of your intent to return within 30 days of delivery date. There is a 3% stock fee. Our return policy applies to cancellations made after an item has been physically shipped, regardless of the time an email was sent or refusal at the time of delivery. We will refund the product price minus any applicable fees and charges. Let's just change this to 15. So it applies to cancellations made after an item has been physically shipped. We will refund. Just rewrite this a little bit. Oops. We'll refund the product price minus any applicable fees and charges. Additional shipping charges are non-refundable. You are responsible for any return shipping charges. Refunds will be applied to the same payment method used when original purchase. As a rule, the following cannot be returned. So I'll make sure this is the header 2. Okay, that's good. Same thing here. Oops. We'll actually change this to header 3. When you have something within a header 2 that is a sub of that, it makes sense to make it as a header 3. It's just basic page formatting 101. Products which are eligible for parts under manufacturer warranty, products that have had the original packaging open, products that have been okay, fine. It is the customer's responsibility to return, which is new. After return if a returned item gets damaged during the transportation, it is the customer's responsibility to file the claim with the carrier. No refund can be issued in this case. All returns have been made sent to support efireplacedirect.com exclusions. So collaboration with multiple fireplace manufacturers. Please read the return policy that applies to the product you selected. It is located under Returns tab on the product page and below. Okay, so this is fine. I'm going to leave all this as is. The only thing I'm going to change are these links. Obviously, that should not be their link. It should be our link. So I'm going to go ahead and open a new tab here. One moment. Okay, so I navigate to the shipping policy page, and I'll grab that link, and I'll add it in here now. I always make links open in a new window. All right, and then we will go ahead and grab the link here. Download that. Okay, and then to upload a file to our website, first of all, we'll just edit that link, remove it. You have to go to Settings, and then you'll go to Files right here, Upload Files, and there we go. So now there's a link on our website, and open that in a new window. Cool. All right, and the same thing goes here, except we want to fix that. Okay. What you can do is you can highlight it, right-click, print, save as PDF, save it to your folder. Then you have a PDF version of this, should pop up. And you can go ahead and go to your files then, upload it. Double check that it looks good, because I never saw it. All right, looks good. Take that link, add it there, new window, edit link. Okay, cool, so that's done. Pull in. Same thing here, do that. Okay, there we go. New window, okay. eFireplaceDirect.com. Okay, again, the shipping policy page. Okay, so now I'm going to search Modern Blaze and make sure there's no more instances of it that I missed. Okay, that looks like it, so I can hit save now, and we have our return policy page. So the beauty of this is that it's really going to help us to get more sales because it's really good. It's in-depth, it covers the customer in case anything happens, it's got the satisfaction guarantee at the top, and it's really well written, and we basically just extracted it from our best competitor. Now, if you guys don't have a competitor that's as good as Modern Blaze in your niche, that's okay. You just need to basically come up with this section, which I'll have as a template download for you, and then this section, which I'll have in the template as well, and this section, which I'll also have in the template. I'm not going to include the manufacturer's warranties, but I will include all the bottom section as well. Well, not that one, but this one. Okay, and then just enter that template into your website, and then change your names around, and you should be good to go. All right. So so go ahead and add that template to your website now, and I'll see you in the next video. How to create the terms and conditions page for your website. This is an important page as Google requires it. So in the checkout settings, under settings and checkout, you will find the bottom portion here. You can generate the sample terms if you haven't already, and it creates this for you, which is great. So just copy that and then go to the pages on your website, add a page, call it terms and conditions, paste that in there and hit save. Okay, and then the same thing goes for the privacy policy. Just copy that, go back to pages, click add page, privacy policy, paste it in there and hit save. All right, and that's it. So we have the terms, conditions, and our privacy policy. The last thing I want to do is actually take the refund policy we made and add it here. So I'm going to go to the pages on our website, grab the return policy, copy it. And by the way, I'm using Command A or Control A to highlight everything. So it's really easy. All right, and then that's that. So hit save. And this is going to show up in the checkout on your website. So when people are going to buy, there's little links at the bottom in checkout, and they can view this kind of stuff there too. So that's it, guys. So with that done, let's move on to the next step. We'll see you in the next video. How to create the terms and conditions page for your website. This is an important page as Google requires it. So in the checkout settings, under settings and checkout, you will find the bottom portion here. You can generate the sample terms if you haven't already, and it creates this for you, which is great. So just copy that and then go to the pages on your website, add a page, call it terms and conditions, paste that in there and hit save. Okay, and then the same thing goes for the privacy policy. Just copy that, go back to pages, click add page, privacy policy, paste it in there and hit save. All right, and that's it. So we have the terms, conditions, and our privacy policy. The last thing I want to do is actually take the refund policy we made and add it here. So I'm going to go to the pages on our website, grab the return policy, copy it. And by the way, I'm using Command A or Control A to highlight everything. So it's really easy. All right, and then that's that. So hit save. And this is going to show up in the checkout on your website. So when people are going to buy, there's little links at the bottom in checkout, and they can view this kind of stuff there too. So that's it, guys. So with that done, let's move on to the next step. We'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, in this video, how to add the front page content to your store. This is content that's going to be on your front page. We're actually going to be working a bit on this later on as well, but for now this is enough just to get started. So go to your Shopify store, go to add page, and then call it front page. Or you should even call it home page. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Let's just call this home page. Alright, copied all this and paste it, and then you want to replace the text with your store name and the niche with your niche. It's okay to just do the one product category. Alright, and hit save. So that's going to do is create this page, and then later on we're going to be adding that to the home page of our website. We're probably going to be adding some more logos as well. The plan with this is to eventually make a whole brands section within this so that people can easily click to a certain brand collection on the website. We won't be making that right away because we haven't gotten any brands that we actually are targeting yet. We started off with different brands importing from Amazon, so we're not going to make that yet, but that will be later on after we get the suppliers and we optimize our site for conversions. So with that said, guys, go ahead and go to the next section. See you in the next video. How to create the financing page on your website. So in the lesson, you'll see a link to the financing page template that will open this up. So all you have to do is go to the online store pages and create a new page. And it should look something like this. Just title it financing and copy the entire thing. And just paste it in there and then fill in the blanks. So you always use your domain name. And if your store is one niche product, then put that here. But if not, then just put like the main thing. So or just put like a product. So mine, I have a lot of different sub niches. The cashier, so just read through it, make sure it sounds right to you. Here it is again. You'll usually get a decision. So please purchase that brand new home furnishing. Dreams. Okay. So now where it says store name niche products, just keep filling it in. All right, and that's it. So that's your financing page. Really simple, really easy to set up. All right, so in the next video below this, I'm going to show you how to go get the financing banner from your PayPal account. See you in the next video. All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to add the PayPal credits banner to your financing page. And you can use that same code and put it into your cart page if you'd like. So what you do is just click the link in the description. It'll take you to this page and choose the first option. Click Get Started. And by the way, you're going to need a PayPal business account. So if it takes you here and then asks you to log in, it won't let you do this. You have to sign up for a business account first. So there's PayPal Personal, Business. It's really easy. Just go to your dashboard, switch it over Business really quick. Takes like 5 minutes. All right, and then choose the white with blue lettering, no border. And responsive. And something like this is best, 8:1. Copy the code, go to your page,
All right, I'm going to start over with this because I want to show you guys how I did it. So go here to like the section you want to put it in and hit enter, and then go to center, and then put a little tag in there like ASDF or whatever, and then click show HTML and control find ASDF, so pop you right to that point. Double click it so it puts it between the center text, and then just paste the JavaScript code right in there. All right, then you go to the top and view page and double check that it's going to show up properly. All right, cool. There you go. So the cool thing about this is someone clicks it, it'll pop up right here, which is nice. So looks really good. And the cool thing is, of course, on mobile it looks good too. So now I'll show you, well, actually, I'm going to show you later how to add it to your, I'm going to show you how to add it to the theme, the cart page, in the theme setup lesson. So look forward to that there, but we're going to add it to the top right here. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.
Hey guys, welcome to this lesson on which Shopify theme you'll be using for your high-ticket dropshipping store. And I used to promote other themes because I was able to use them, but those other themes have now become kind of defunct and aren't being used very much anymore and aren't being accepted by the major marketing platforms and run slower. So I now promote out of the sandbox themes, which is by a company called Pixel Union. A link below is in the description. Just click that link, you'll land on this page, and you can choose which theme you want to use. There's a lot of different themes that they offer, and I use and recommend the Empire theme, but they have a lot of other ones that are great as well, like the Turbo theme and the Superstore theme. And they're really just really great, depending on kind of like your niche and your product selection, how many products you have, and your target market and sort of what they're looking for. Like, let's just say you have more of like a sauna or spa niche. Maybe the retina theme would be better for that because it's got more of a sleek look to it. Whereas maybe you have like a grow light store, maybe the Superstore one would be better for that, has more of a high-tech feel to it. So it just depends on your niche and your target market. Kind of make a good decision based on that, and any one of these themes is really good. So I highly recommend choosing one of these themes. Why I don't now recommend choosing or using one specific theme is because I want you guys to be able to make a store that's unique. So by giving you a theme and telling you to just set up this specific theme, every single student that goes through my course is going to have the same looking website. And that's actually not a really good thing. You want to make your website unique. You want to make it stand out, and you want to be able to make it look proper for your particular niche. A cookie cutter website is great for starting out, but it's not really going to get you as far as you could if you completely customized it for your particular target market and what they're looking for, and how they see themselves and stuff like that. So definitely use a theme that you think is best, and then you'll want to pay for it, obviously, and then upload it to your Shopify store. And in the next lesson, I'll be showing you how to upload the theme and how to set it up. There's a lot of different options you'll have to go through, but it's pretty simple and for the most part easy to do. So no stress. I'll see you in the next lesson. Choose your theme and let's move on. All right, guys, so to get the theme, all you have to do is choose which one you want, first of all. If you're doing any kind of electronic niche or something to do with electronics, I'd recommend the Superstore theme, for instance. And you just got to add to cart and then go to the checkout and just want to enter your order details and then pay now. It'll give you a downloadable file, and then in your Shopify store, you'll be able to upload that into your theme settings. Now, that's the basic process of getting the theme file and uploading it to your store. And in the next lesson, I'm going to show you how to set it up. It's pretty simple, and so let's get that done. Hey guys, so welcome to the install and setup theme lesson. Now the video below is a video of me going through the old Shoptimized theme, which is a theme I used to use. And basically it's kind of the same setup steps you'll be going through to set up any one of those Pixel Union themes that I showed you and recommended. And I want you to go through and just watch the video and kind of get an idea on the steps involved in setting up any particular theme there is in Shopify. And just know that every theme is going to be a little bit different, and it's good that you should choose
a different theme than anybody else in your niche and something that looks unique and make it unique to you. It's the same steps to going to set it up, any theme in particular in this video. So just watch the video below and you'll walk through and kind of see those steps. You can do them yourself on your own theme.
And you want to, of course, add links to the different pages of your store when it's talking about it. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's this phone number. All right, cool. I'll let you do that. Good, good, good. Alright guys, so that is that, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment below or write me directly by email. Trevor@ecommerceparadise.com. Thanks a lot.
Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to set up your preferences. This is simply the title and meta description of your store, and we've already done the rest of that. So let's just get in there really quick. Under Online Store, under Preferences, just go there. This is basically for SEO. So the homepage title should be eFireplaceDirect.com Best Electric Fireplace Online Retailer. Okay, and then the meta description of the homepage should be straight out of your About page, the first paragraph or something like that. So let's go to the About page and extract. Okay, see if that fits. It does. It's 205 out of 320, so 320 to 320. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really work. Okay, so this is plenty. And we've already set up the rest of this stuff. So hit save and you are done. It's that simple, but you do need to do that. So once you're done with that, move on to the next video. Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up Google Analytics for your brand new dropship store. This is definitely one of the first things you should do because you want to be tracking website visitors from the very first day. So with that said, it's a pretty simple process. It literally takes like 5 minutes. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right now. So I'm going to go ahead and sign into my G Suite account via Google Analytics. Just click the link in the description of this lesson and it'll take you over here where you can create your own account. All right, so we are here in the Google Analytics sign up page. So you just click sign up and follow the instructions, and basically I'm going to set the site up here for you just to show you how easy it is. So here you just type the name of your website, then you can Shopify store, because your account name is going to be the name of your website, but website name, you can also put your Shopify store. You can have multiple properties under your account. So in the future, as you're growing your business, if you wanted to start like a separate forum website on WordPress or a separate blog per se and keep it under the same Google Analytics account, you can do that. So why not? Just put Shopify store for now so you understand what that is. And then you just have to put the .com domain there. Industry category is going to be shopping. Choose your time zone and get tracking ID. Of course, you'll have to agree to the terms of service. Should be good to go. This is the tracking ID. So you just take this and put it into your Shopify dashboard. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. On the back end of Shopify now, you just need to go to Online Store and then go to Preferences. And when you get to Preferences, you can go down to this little area. This is Google Analytics account. And then you go to Tracking ID, paste it in there, and hit Save. Now, when you're in Google Analytics, make sure you go back here and you go to e-commerce settings. Make sure you turn Enable e-commerce on. You don't need to fill the funnel steps out, but make sure you hit Save and it hits Success. And then in Shopify, make sure you check that box and hit Save as well. Okay, that's important. So that's done, guys. That's all there is to it. You've now set up your Google Analytics account and you've attached it to Shopify. So now anybody that goes to your website, you'll be able to see it in here. So I'm going to do a quick overview of Google Analytics to show you how to use it. So go to Home first, and it's going to pop up just basically your dashboard. So here it'll show you who's on your website right now. It'll show you the traffic that's going to your website. It's going to show you where they're from and all this cool stuff, right? And you can always go to real time and hit Overview, and then in the Overview section, you can actually see exactly who is on the website at any given time and where they are, and also where they came from and all that cool stuff. So that's cool. And then you can see more about your audience here, audience overview, which tells you the demographics, interests, where they're at, the behavior on your website, and all that cool stuff. Then you go to acquisition. You can tell where you're getting traffic from, whether it's from paid ads, whether it's from organics, whether it's from social media, referral, direct, that kind of stuff. You can see what kind of moves they made on your website and how long they stayed on there for. And then site speed is really cool because you can see how long it takes your site to load. So I'll be going more into depth on this stuff later in the course when the website's up and running. And you guys will be able to see all this cool stuff in action, which is really cool. All right, and then conversions, that's what we were talking about earlier. Go to e-commerce and overview. Oh, cha-ching. And with that, you'll be able to see conversions on your website. It's funny that we just got a conversion on our website. Anyway, so cool, and that's it. That's analytics, guys. So with that, we'll get into the next video. Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up Google Search Console. So go to ecommerceparadise.com/search console or click the link in the description below this video and enter your information for your account. Okay, so depending on when you set this up, it may look different. Google Search Console just changed this, and it is now September of 2018. So they might change it again in the future. I can almost guarantee that they will, because they always do that. Just make sure you choose the right. The first one you set up should be the one that you set up as your primary domain in your Shopify store. So for me, it's www.deluxehomestore.com. So I'm going to add that property. So right here it's telling me to avoid losing verification, I might want to add multiple methods from the settings ownership verification. So it's not a bad idea. So the deal here is that you want to tell Google that there's different types of your store. So there's HTTPS and then also HTTP. Then there's www. And then there's the part without that. So we're going to add all other of the three options right now. And we're going to tell Google later which one we prefer. If you just copy it, it's probably a little bit easier so you don't have to type it in every time. All right, so now that I've told Google all the different versions of my store that exist on the web, I want to tell them the one that I prefer. That is this one. So if you go down to settings, I believe. No. Let me figure this out. For that, let's do the sitemap. So if you go to sitemaps on the left-hand side, just type sitemap.xml. Shopify automatically creates that for you, so it should be good. That's all you really need there. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. They might be sending you an email that includes information on how to choose the one you prefer, the domain. And when you do get that, just make sure that it's set to https://www. Okay, and that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next lesson. Alright guys, in this video we're going to connect our custom domain to our Shopify store. So under Online Store, go to Domains, and then click Connect Existing Domain. Then just type your domain in here. You can probably just copy it from the browser. If your thing is different, you'll have to type it in. Connect automatically. You just have to log into GoDaddy and it will ask you to verify that you want the domain connected. Click Connect and close. It's going to go through a short verification process. So just hang tight while it verifies that. So here we are. It has been verified and the SSL is pending on the domain. So you can change the primary domain. Just use the regular one, don't use the www one, and click Save. And then you can click Enable Redirection. and that way it's going to show up on that domain. So if you can click the I icon now, it should show your web address. It might take a little while for the SSL certificate to become active, but give it a few hours. And you have a website. So there you go, guys. You now have a Shopify website completely free to set up. And now it's time to move on to setting up your social media pages. So we'll see you in the next section.